today I'm going to be talking about the Anguished Man. Today's story takes place in England and concerns a gentleman named Sean Robinson. Now, many years ago, Sean was visiting his grandmother's house and helping her go through some old things. Well, while he was down in the basement, he felt himself suddenly attracted to a rather disheveled looking corner of the room and could not help but be drawn to it. It was basically just piled up with a bunch of discarded things, old curtains, just garbage, essentially. But Sean, for some reason, could not help but want to dig through this pile of stuff. At the bottom of the pile, he found an old painting, and as soon as he saw it, he liked it. Now, this painting is basically of the shoulders, neck, and head of a man, and it is done using incredibly bright colors. It is extremely striking to see. I'm going to insert a photograph of it right here. As you can see, the expression on the man's face is one of anguish. Therefore, the title makes sense. It's a very, very pained look on this man's face, one of stress, of agony, of depression, anxiety, of everything bad you could possibly imagine, all in one facial expression. But the obvious negative feeling of the art didn't bother Sean at all. In fact, he was fascinated by it. He felt connected to it somehow. And he spent a lot of time just gazing at it, pondering it. He became so obsessed with this painting that he decided he had to hang it in his own home. He and his wife fought about this a lot. His wife hated it. She hated this painting. She could not stand the subject matter. Something about this pained look on her face. She just could not understand why Sean would want that in their house. So, Sean eventually decided he wasn't going to take no for an answer. He hung it up anyway. And as soon as he did, weird things started happening in their house. Doors began to open and close on their own, and the entire family reported hearing the sound of screaming coming from nothing. They would hear this disembodied cry of agony and pain just coming from nowhere. No one could explain it. Every member of the family also started having extreme night terrors. It was a nightly thing. Nightmares every night. Sweaty, just terrified, waking up starts of horror. His wife was convinced that the sudden rise of paranormal activity had to be because of that creepy painting. So she convinced Sean to contact a paranormal investigative team. The team found something really odd about the composition of the painting itself. What they found was mixed in to the oil paints used on this canvas were elements of human blood. That's right, I'm not kidding. Human blood was mixed into the paint as this painting was being created. The investigators also looked into the history of the artist that actually painted this work of art. And what they found was that the artist had died due to suicide shortly after the creation of this work. They concluded that the pained expression on this man's face was basically an expression of all the agony and trauma that the artist was feeling leading up to his demise. It was really the only suicide note left by this artist, and it very, very accurately, in my opinion, expresses all of the agony that one person would feel leading up to an event like a suicide. A lot of chaos, a lot of sadness, a lot of pain, a lot of torment. And that's exactly what you see in this man's face. Now this was enough for Sean's wife. She demanded that he take it down. Sean complied. He wrapped it up and put it in his basement. But to this day, it is still there. Sean refuses to sell it. His fascination with this painting is completely undisturbed. He is still connected to it on a deep emotional level that he cannot explain to anyone. I personally find this story fascinating. Several months ago, I posted a story, another story about a haunted painting that I had myself been involved with. And I asked you guys to please tell me if you had ever heard of another haunted painting. And a lot of you guys have. And you put suggestions in the comments below. So I really am so glad to be learning about these things. These stories are absolutely so fascinating to me. So my question to you guys is, have you ever heard of the story of the Anguished Man? And if so, what is your opinion? Do you think that there is paranormal activity attached to this painting? And do you think if it has anything to do with the fact that the artist used his own blood in painting this work? Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would really love to hear what you guys have to say about this topic. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more paranormal type stories, don't forget to subscribe because I post a new one every single Saturday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.